Welcome to Peaches and Cream. It's your host, Peach. Y'all, it's y'all's host, Peaches. Shit, I'm Peaches.
These brothers my guys, know that we fly, know that they ride or die. Why they wanna move like that? Where you want gone? Why you want act like that? Why you play hard? No rush, go and move dumb. Back and forth.
Welcome to Peaches and Cream, y'all. It's your host, Peach. So the drama mainly started back in, I want to say 2024. One of my old friends was dating this guy, and he's actually really good friends with my husband. But this guy ended up getting with another girl. They ended up getting engaged and so on and so forth. Me and the other girl that he was previously with, we were really good friends. Throughout the whole segment, they ended up getting pregnant. The guy and the fiance, the newly engaged couple, all in the same month. Down the road, she ends up having the baby. They were together for a little while. The drama, she came into my life because, like I said, my husband and this guy were really good friends. Of course, if they're good friends, I'm gonna. So the drama really kind of started whenever I was introduced to her. We met each other. It was decent. We were good. We kind of hit it off. Decent friends at first. Down the road, we're talking, and after she had the baby, she wanted to go back to work, which is fine. Go back to work. Good for you, girl. But she was also watching her fiance's other child, and he's a little bit older. So whenever she went back to work, she wanted me to watch her children. So I watched the older child, not the baby, but her man's son at the time. And I watched him all day from like 7 a.m. to I want to say almost 8 p.m. that night. So on and so forth. She was supposed to pay me. That never happened. I asked her about it. She blocked me, then unblocked me, messaged me back, and said she was going to pay me whenever she got paid. That never happened. Then she ends up telling me that that never happened. Anyways, you get the gist. She said that she was going to pay me. It was just a whole situation between her and I. I'd been waiting a good couple of weeks at that point for her to pay me. And then a little later down the road, they were engaged. They end up splitting up. Then she ends up telling me that it's not her job to pay me. She's telling me it's his job to pay me now because it was his kid that I watched. Mind you, he does not work in state half the time. He's on the road. He's a blue collar man. He works a very good job out of state for a couple weeks, comes back, whatever. So while he was working, he had entrusted her to take care of his son. She was already taking care of her baby. She asked me to watch him, and she said that she would pay me. Yes, it is his son. He was already in your care, your responsibility, and you told me you were going to pay me. It is not his job to pay me. He didn't ask me to watch him. You did. It doesn't matter if it was his kid or not. You said that you were going to take the money out of your pocket to pay me. If you're not going to do that, then I shouldn't have watched the child. Point blank, period. Shit starts getting talked, gets talked, and she's posting, and I started posting receipts. You can see the receipts. And if we're being honest, I called a fade. You know what? You're not gonna pay me. You're gonna sit here and talk shit. Post like if you're gonna sit here and be like this, mind you, I was posting back and everything, but like whatnot. If you're gonna sit here and act like this and you're not gonna pay me and be responsible, I'm calling a fade. Like that's just me. Like I'm fighting your ass because you don't fuck with the wrong person. It's been a long ass minute. Mind you, this happened months ago. It's been a good 6 months now. She is not into my house. She knows where I live. She won't give me a low. It's just low-key ducking, but it's still posting. I'm not the one to fuck with. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm a menace to society. Bitch, you ain't shit. After she ended up splitting up with this guy, a month later, not even a month later, I mind you, not even a month later, if that, 2 to 3 weeks later, she ends up popping out with a new guy. After she was engaged to this last guy for over a year, and the baby wasn't even his. He still stayed, ends up popping out pregnant again with this new guy. And she's still talking shit. Baby, you are not in the position to talk shit. That might be a win for you. You were a stay-at-home mom. The guy that you were previously with was providing everything for you. You had 2 houses that you could live in 2 different towns in the state. He bought you a car, like he was paying for it. He was paying for everything. and you were just living off of it and you were complaining. What were you complaining about? Money. That's what it was. And say that you had mentally checked out before you even left in a relationship. Like, that's an okay for you to hop in a relationship 2 weeks later. Like, that's disgusting. You're with him for over a year and you're about to give your life to this guy, have kids with him. Like, you were about to say, I do this man. You don't just go from that to hopping in a relationship so quick. If you really loved him, you wouldn't be able to do that. And if you were mentally checking out, you should have done left. We've known this guy for years, known all of his exes, we've heard all of the stories. Not like the worst fucking person ever. Yes, everybody has their issues. For her to sit there and talk about how she wanted to leave because he just wasn't making enough money, and then she said that she was mentally checking out and it was toxic, is crazy. You know why it's crazy? Because that's just not realistic. It's not realistic to go from that and then hop into another relationship that quick, at least, and pop out pregnant. Like, that's gross to me. Like, you let somebody nut in you that quick to get you pregnant again? Like, you practically just met the man. That or you were cheating. Just don't make no fucking sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And, you know, I still haven't got my money, and I still haven't got paid. But, like I said, you're pregnant, so and you know, I really did like the girl. She was cool. She just didn't fucking pay me. Money is time, and time is money, and if you're fucking with my money, then you're fucking with my time. And I don't play with that. Like, I don't play with that. Not even just that, but I'm a mom too. I wasn't just taking on the boy, I was taking on my kid too on top of that, which was fine. It wasn't a problem for me, but we had already discussed that you were supposed to pay me. And then you got people on TikTok coming on my shit, commenting, reporting my TikToks for what? And then you're posting TikToks about me. You got people coming into my TikTok lives. Like, it's weird. It's giving fan behavior. Like I said, like, she was cool. Like, I really had no problem with her. It's just the fact, like, you play with my money, you play with my time, and I don't like that. Other than that, I know episode 1 is going to be a little short. I don't plan on all my episodes being this short. I also plan on them being just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more enticing. But like I said, this is just episode 1. It's just a little bit of a taste of what we're getting into. That's all that I've got for y'all. See y'all next week on Peaches and Cream.